The first defendant to be sentenced in the Varsity Blues college admission scandal is speaking out. Former Stanford Sailing coach John Vandemoer pleaded guilty to racketeering conspiracy for accepting bribes from alleged mastermind Rick Singer in exchange for designating Stanford applicants as official sailing recruits, even though they had no sailing experience.
I told my athletic director I'd gotten this $500,000 donation. She was excited for me. We talked about how I really hadn't done anything for it. It was kind of out of the blue, but I guess that's kind of the best kind of donation.
Vandemoer speaking out in a new Netflix documentary about the case, which looks at how Rick Singer used what he called a side door into prestigious universities.
Getting into the right college will set the trajectory for the rest of your son or daughter's life. Don't leave it to chance.
Ensnaring dozens of wealthy families, including Full House star Lori Loughlin and her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, and actress Felicity Huffman. Vandemoer describing how he wound up under investigation after Singer, who also pleaded guilty and is awaiting sentencing, began cooperating with authorities by recording phone calls with others involved in the scheme.
He said, hey, he wants to donate $160,000 right now, and he'd give the rest later to kind of continue a deposit in our relationship. I took it as his deposit on our relationship was that he would bring me more recruits to consider, and we kind of see how it would go from there. That phone call was set up by the FBI. And it turns out that was the most tragic and most devastating phone call of my life.
Vandemoer was sentenced to house arrest and 2-year supervised release, the judge calling him the least culpable defendant in the case because all the money he took from Singer went directly to Stanford Sailing program, not his own pocket.
With John, spending time with him, I think the one thing that I walked away from it was that I felt pretty confident that he wasn't somebody that on his own would have engaged in illicit activity. He was definitely somebody who, was committed sailing coach, and that's really where his passion and focus was.
Netflix has combined interviews with more real-life participants in the scam like Vandemoer with dramatic reenactments of FBI wiretaps to create Operation Varsity Blues, the college admission scandal. And it premieres tomorrow, March 17th on Netflix. Kaylee Hartung, ABC News, Los Angeles.